Number one, you need a loop. All these things you can find at local craft stores, and if you don't have your own loops, you can make it, and it can even be whatever shape you want, but for this particular tutorial, I'll be using this one. Next up, you need string. Woven cotton cord, lightly waxed, and it's 1 mm. And I would recommend you work with string between 0.5 to 1 mm. I haven't tried working with this. It's slightly waxed, which I like because it won't fray. Why I think you should be using 1 mm is because it'll be easier for you to bead through most of the beads that you can find in the shops. And it'll be easy for you to make knots if you need to have knots done like that. I actually like this other one. It's just cotton string. And this is, I think, I don't have the measurements for it, but I think this is 0.5 or even 0.4 mm. And I used this for my last Dreamcatcher, but I don't have any more. And this one's pretty good because you can also then string. But it was really hard for me when I started to weave the middle bit. So this one will also be easy for you to finish off. So those are the strings that you can use. You're probably going to ask me, what about jute? Because everybody likes the natural look. I have a 3-ply natural jute, and 3-ply just means that it's got 3 strings woven together. And although it's nice, you need to understand that this is probably going to be quite rough and it's going to fray. It's going to break off like that because it's made out of jute. And you need to also think about, like, if you're putting it across, it's going to be fairly rough. If you want the natural look, jute is pretty good. And there's only a limited amount of like beads that can go through this. This is a bigger bead and it's natural, so you know, it'll look nice, but you're kind of limited. A good set of needles. I have some here, very useful to have when you are threading your Dreamcatcher needles. I even have like tinier ones in case I work with finer, smaller hold beads. You need glue. This is PVA glue, this is Elmer's glue, and this is E600. This is the craft glue that people use for jewelry and all that. I tend to go for this guy here. You need glue because you need to, when you string your hoop and also when you do your beading work. You need a pair of scissors. Okay, you need pliers. I have 2 of these wire clippers. I have sort of like this needle point nose plier thing. I have these ones. I guess these 2 are the best for you to use. I use this mostly to dismantle my accessories and to fix my accessories. You need what I think is the most important, one of the most important stuff, which is wire. I have it in 0.2 mm in copper and in gold. I also have some in silver. Get that too. I would prefer is 0.4, I think, because it's just easier to bind with and just takes lesser time. You need some some ribbons. These are like 0.5 mm ribbons. It's about 15 yards, and it cost me ringgit 50 each. And I have quite a bit of ribbon, like whole rainbow. I always have extra black and some of my favorite colors, but ribbons definitely, I will use them for the tails. Use the ribbon to wrap around your hoop, like so, later on before you start. Next up, you also need some feathers. Look at my feathers. I've collected quite a bit over the years. I didn't buy them all at once, but whenever I went shopping at the craft store, I would get like a pack or 2. This is a long one. If you're doing a giant one, really cool. I have some really pretty exotic feathers as well that I I've bought. There is a medium size one, so okay, I'll put it for scale. We have a medium size one. Personally, I like these sizes only because you can you can sort of add volume to it. I do like putting these at the bottom, but really it does depend on the size of your ring and the length of your tails and some actual beads. Now I have quite a collection, and I'll take you through the beads that I have. I have some wooden beads. They come in like a whole bunch of colors. I also have slightly larger wooden ones. I like wooden ones because they're light. I also have these plastic beads that, again, they're very cheap, and I get them. They're nice because when you shine them in the light, catches the light really nicely. I use these as spacers, and I'll take you through them again. I have large ones and I have the smaller ones, and I keep them in different containers so that I know which one is which. Nerd much? Yeah. And finally, the reason why our Dreamcatchers are going to be so different is you have accessories. Now I have a collection. So these are like old accessories. This was an earring, and this was like, I think, a karungsang, and this was a bracelet that I dismantled, and I just keep them. It used to be part of it, or just a necklace, and I've dismantled them, and I think hanging them would be nice. Got skulls from my previous one, these beautiful stones, and they just make the Dreamcatcher a lot more luxe looking. Look at that. Now I'm going to show you how to dismantle them. Yeah, it's quite easy. Have them separate so you know. Okay, these are like, you know, and I've divided them according to the holes and sizes so that I know, oh, if I wanted certain beads with that hole size, I'll put it there. This is an old bracelet that was not working for me anymore, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dismantle them. Really cool. Dismantle, put them according to size. Small ones in this one there, and small one in there. Like even these ones I would probably dismantle, but I need to have a loop somewhere so I can tie up this situation. So you know what I'll do? Bend it. Oh, take out that one so I have the loop that I can use. I can still use this really pretty one bead. Put that one there. Already I know that this particular bead is going to be it's going to require a thinner, if not maybe wires to string it together. So just to bear that in mind. Okay, so once you've got all of that ready, we will then start to get your workstation ready.